Obviously, the other thing that you can do with this, with the cake mix that I did on the previous project, is you can make a Christmas pudding. I just use the bits that I've chopped off the edge of the cake and form pudding shape. I'd probably like to make one with some pudding cut out of it. So there are two shapes, normal shapes for Christmas pudding. One is the upside down bowl shape and the other one is the rounded one. So I'm going to try and make the bowl shape this time. Normally I do the rounded one, but at home when I was little we used to have our Christmas pudding made in a bowl, steamed in a muslin sheet. There we go. So I'm going to put in that plate, and I want to do a little cutout as if it's been eaten, as if some of it's being cut out with a spoon. So I'm going to have to get a spoon, I think, but meanwhile I'll just chop a chunk out anyway. And the same as with the cake, the cutouts should look quite rough because of the seeds and beads, the beads and the semolina in it. And as I say, I used to use poppy seeds, but I don't now because they do look white. Poppy seeds look white when you cut, when they're baked. Actually, these seeds can look white as well because they can lose their dye into the clay. But if you bake them quick enough, they'll keep their look. Right, then the next thing you need is some goo. And this is a mix of white, an icing mix of white goo. So that's a mix of white clay and polymer clay. You'll see the mixing of goo on one of my YouTube videos. It's just under the title Goo, I think, GOO. It's what I call this mix of polymer clay and liquid polymer, and it's very useful to use both for decorations and also for gluing parts of pre-cooked things together. So I'm just wondering whether that's actually going to be a little bit, that might not be quite liquid enough for me, because I want it to look as if it's running down the cake. So I think I'm just going to add a little bit of liquid Vimo to it to make it a little bit more runny. It's very white, this one. I'm wondering whether I should have added a bit of cream colour to it, but it'll do for now. So just a little bit of liquid Vimo and remix it. Bit more. This stuff, if you get it to just the right consistency, it will run, but without running a long way, and this is what I'm after. I want it to run in a natural way. And you can leave it a little bit longer to run a bit more, but you just really got to catch it at the right moment because you don't want it to run completely. You don't want it to run off your whatever it is you're making. So I'm going to add some of this to the top of here, and hopefully it will run in a fairly natural way down the side. I'm not forcing it, I'm just piling it on top so that the force of gravity makes it want to run a bit. I'm encouraging it to run unevenly down the side of it. There we go. And let gravity do its work. And then simply put a decoration on the top. I'm going to choose to put a little holly leaf on the top there. Maybe some ivy as well. Because this has got a little support, but the support is translucent, the support should just disappear into the white. You shouldn't see it really. So it's as simple as that, really simple. I'm just going to leave that a little bit longer to run a bit more before I bake it. But bake it before it sort of all runs off completely. You don't want it to run off completely. And neither do you want little bits sticking out. Let me just wipe this. What can I wipe that on? You don't want these little bits. Ah, it's disappeared. Good, good. You don't want little bits of the white sort of trailing up the side. So, Christmas pudding to go with the Christmas cake. If you want to, you can put these little bits in bowls along with more of the white sauce, and looks as if you're serving your Christmas pudding to your friends.